important discussion. I will say, utimi a fresh number sina. Yede in common beto, babia, yede beto. And then this one says, to all parents, guardians, and general public, if you're looking for an educational institution where academic excellence is a guaranteed tradition, look no further than Light of the World School Complex. The results of the 2026 Basic Education Certificate Exam BECE are officially out, and Light of the World School Complex has delivered an extraordinary performance across board. Intinom, Light of the World School Complex says, out of a cohort of 30 hardworking students, they achieved a phenomenal 80% grade 1s. Fantastic. And 100% grade 1s across all elective subjects. So if you want a place for your child to study, think about the Light of the World School Complex, providing dedicated tuition in science, English, mathematics, social studies, computing, languages, and extracurricular activities to build a very strong foundation for your child. Speak to Light of the World School Complex today on 059 791 5961. That is 059 791 5961. Alternatively, 0241 426 254. That is 0241 426 254. Or visit Light of the World School Complex today to enroll your child. Remember, Light of the World School Complex will give your child that very strong foundation for the future. Time check, 9:31, or better still, 29 minutes to 10 o'clock. Kwara? Quick comments on reshuffle. Say reshuffle, say half shuffle, a quarter shuffle. What want to say?
Oh, Chairman General.
Yes, Kwabena Bonfe.
Ma meti ayi bibi kakranke be me depa.
Metie.
Me chair ya T4.
Yeah, Jozo.
Nyame ya adoma on the 24th of July, 2026.
Yeah.
Me nya kwan kotena ejumasum bi ekoso ewo Enyirisi. If you be a friend of Marbury House.
Okay.
Ewo a Commonwealth Secretariat.
Hey, why a big man?
Na a Commonwealth Leadership Series, special edition. One more focus on Mampani Dada John Agyekum Kufuor.
Interesting.
His Excellency. And the Right Honorable Gordon Brown, former Prime Minister of UK. The Kufuor Scholars are part of the Kufuor Scholars program. No. Now we can one more ebi.
Okay.
Now as an advisor and mentor to them, no, I had the privilege to be there. Chairman General. Nkomodie no koye pa.
Yeah, then you say.
Na mami hu say a prophet is not without honor except in his own hometown. When President Kufuor spoke and they got to the time of the Right Honorable Gordon Brown,
yeah.
Kwame, it was praise after praise after praise. Now, somebody can say, if you want solutions to the thinking issues in Africa, you have the thinker with you. In reference to His Excellency John Agyekum Kufuor.
That's interesting. If you want to,
tell you that,
if you want to what?
If you want solution,
yeah,
to the thinking problems of Africa, you have the thinker with you.
Interesting.
Now, in fact, His Excellency John Agyekum Kufuor, vintage as always, no, or kasa ye Chairman General, ne kasa ye mu ne nyina so o kan besi se akanye anase leadership wa eye de hiama ye ne eye de edwene adanse be di afa no legacy thinking de obeja amanchirima na afen so de ejina nipa so o policy o program o anamo awutu bia no it should be centered on humanity, legacy thinking, humanity. Na no na kwa me nya akwanhia the president of the Commonwealth Youth Council. Do you know he's a Ghanaian, the first.
Really?
Yeah.
Commonwealth Youth Council.
Yes. Jordan Utitreni or president no. The friend Joshua Ope.
Wow.
He's an alumnus of the Kufuor Scholars program.
Oh.
And he is currently occupying that you proceed. Kwame, now this Rebi.
And to think that the Common Secretariat is also manned by Ghanaian,
by a Ghanaian woman, Shelley, Ayoko Botri. Good now, no, Kwame, Mesre Minia Kuma, the Foreign Affairs Minister.
Okay,
yes, on run on the situation. Be say, I can't dare say a demand on the MCO.
Okay.
I hope said they are working on it.
Okay.
Timesra or a young man, for him to be doing this work and not getting the necessary monetary recognition, no. Mesre say ye mo modern rectify ho. That said, if he say Omampani Dada Jonaji Kunkufo, even in his retirement, Chairman General, he is continuing to serve this country, and we need to acknowledge that. Papa, yeda say, Sompa, and in Kaya Ode Emma Woman, Ghana. Chairman General, that said, Richard Ford, Yenim say, Omampani, Yatuaba Yino, and by constitutional arrangement, no, Nabedia Chira. One no court ticket no so no. One mo na ya to eba yi wo mo.
Okay.
Obia oba be som tumi no efa bibia no. Eye mampani adom arakwa. Se de ye nyina ye tinkomu a eye nyame adom arakwa ya. Sa pepepe.
At the pleasure of the president.
Yes, me da say. Enti mampani wo ho kwan se opaw. Minia sakara a wote yi se omeye ayi swafo entwe bibi bibia ope sa aso na mampani won kwa so oyini say me na me de koye mayu ana say otimi ka say okay wo me de ko ha and na free ha na ko ha a part of the whole ayi
and no on church mu nchiro bia
that be on obi ani nchechire mu kwa I say ye research something na answer na we so I know ye penchase ye penchechire mu because ye person ye be kai but you be free by your obedon santi Chairman General entino mampani brene braro no obon kompoko nachi etietie ehwe de ode ahye nkrofo nsa no so se de omusi ye nefa se so nani se omanfo ka hu bibi amanfo ye hu bibi ni nyina no nkamfo no na futufo ehwe se yenye se etoda oye wi a ye omanfo so ye won kwan se ye che ya dwen wo ho de.
Yeah.
But my attitude has always been this. Mampani no nim esa o twa kese chen yen.
Okay.
Ena onimu nsem bi so aye nim. Enti etoda mpempi no meka se let's give the benefit of the doubt. Yemma sebi ye nim die no emra se ewo mampani die no ho. Ewo mu se betuma akan adwene die. But ye kan ye opepe aduasa enum ne kakra Ghana for a team. Some company Ethiopia no asema, it means the president is going to have about 35 million opinions to pick from. It's going to be difficult. Definitely he has to take a decision. And yet ni nyina na be ye de. Ba yen to say enu nti na e wo bere aye ni nkaso. Ana mre aye ni nkaso. So ya obe ya duru ba bia obe free so ama obi so aba. Na mpempren de ono na tumi no wono ana say ye dia fam no say onfa eni animu ye nta akire ne ye hwe kwan ye befa so and in that case no wo unsusu ye efa the way wo si ye no 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 you may not be entirely right just as he may not be entirely wrong enti yen hu no sa ne yenye na de na aba de me de ne say enne no juma na yenua Kofi omane bo amana odi wo defense a nyame efre no eda ho che ya na ye san so e de ama menua ato forcing say onhwe so finance any defense hey na me bibi kakra but say eno no abe brejo se say you know ye works and housing minister
yeah
on konko defense I hope say all konone yenua bruja ono ho dada as deputy one behwe no money. And
interestingly, Gilbert was deputy in GM1.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
In the defense?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Between 20...
I want our experience. No?
He was deputy defense minister.
I mean, I'm for Broja Kosramon, Rambashasi. 80
Broja post is saying, and now Gilbert Tukuta and GM1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. enti minim say ono so bewo ne rapport with the military hierarchy ye be say asoja from penifo no so say yem pe kwan ye be fa so ama enei era na yawura mu no the military civilian relationship no ebe koso ye na ya we hye no ye ya ma no trinkwa ya ma no shedin say some me man shedin fi say ye de akanie ma wa kwame ye bra adwuma na ye de ama no enti na ohini kosaya ofra kuntunkuni ana say obri nani say asema ye de ma no ya de so a enti ehɔ no aye clear ɛna sesi ayi swem say ye de ye nua ba zanato so abase omehye Dr. Ibrahim Mutala anai omu nyina nyamemfo mu kransi na anuanom a eba besi omu anan yi so no omu ebo modin se ombe ye adwumaden a ebeboa ma babia na omu wo no omu ankasa so aja the mampani kufo kan wasem the legacy and also focusing on humanity. Omu aka no adjustments awaye matise minua ayarga na eko local government ene ede minua Ahmed ukoshe local government frau wanfa you say yes ukọ works and housing uso mene wa o
ene e friend bi o hwe
e be hwe local government so kwame nyame adom de ye suanti ye wo capacity to support or advise so that say I hope say minua pani ayarga by no chieftaincy local government local governance any religious nema no obetie afutu a betimi di ama nema akosuye na me stress the nkrofo can be in the background any baby o sisi any issues be to do with local governance no he will live above them.
Okay,
don't man there amount for can be but you live above it and show say even if there's a likelihood say you could be compromised, you have the capacity to show leadership and rise above the challenge. I can only wish you are also so very well in that enterprise. Kwame yenya local governance regional minister, former regional minister yenya decentralization right Kwame.
Yeah.
Most of our problems will not exist. And decentralization is the delicate place of chieftaincy in our governance architecture. Right from independence, we have not been able to fine-tune it. You didn't come on near their custom baby, near Janho, but true power never left the chiefs. True power never left the chiefs. Chamajina. Ayi obin fubi no tro enwo bi colonialism and the two publics 1975 Peter Ike or Nigeria ni and he makes a point say colonial public system no loyalty in it no ya ntontwene ya ntina nani na nyina mampani mpo sabi okoni fie no okohia ya gbonwura obunimu even though if you look at our constitutional architecture the president is supposed to be the head of the republic and yet okofie no okokohia jira ya gbonwura say Mampani Kufo when he was president he goes to Manshia and he bows even to date Chairman General and it tells you something. The proper tweaking that we need to do in our constitutional conversations are in constitutional amendments on that, we still haven't considered the critical role of chiefs. Anyhow, we need to reform it. And no me jina so dia kase and inform the gazette edi hene no as I say two almost sa the fact gazette indi hene gazette is only a political document recognizing you after proper customary installation. You go and rig and steal and get a gazette and automatically become a chief. No. There are many cases like that. But and also another matter. You be ko 70 you bo wo mo ya reshuffle na wo mo be kwa ko di dwumasom no. Kwame mebo mu nyina baso na maka se. Sesi ya mampani apaw sa ni pay no. Asudi da mampani so se obepaw apamfo anase aboafo no. Ne kwan bi so no abesi the burden now has shifted to one more mampani apa one no say one be bom modern edi dwuma a kweti wo mo ho say mampani anyam from so you need to justify your inclusion enti muntietie the man foka the mampani epe near e de oman Ghana ebeko yanim na munsua mu dibra mu kutani nyinaa no with respect to the constitutional requirement, the injunctions imposed on you. Say obeye na peri yo any omanfo dodo ni nyinaa mo mesom amanyokuo sabi. You are going to be ministers of state of the Republic of Ghana, not ministers of a political party or let's say a section of people.
We na initial comments when they are done a full lecture.
Maybe
What the chess essence or tradi we academic inti. BBN I just saw your paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No abe main body conclusion. We are natural references. I did my just initial comments. Just say where you the prep. Sakara but as I remember Sakara, a few comments from her. June July says, Chairman General, good morning. Okay, Francis Yadako. Good morning, Francis. Muchacho says, I hope the reshuffle in the NDC front in Parliament will prompt one in the MPP also. Okay, you've mentioned some names. I'll leave it there for now. Moving forward, we should be having frequent changes so we don't make Mugabe leaders in Parliament like Ping Ping. I leave it there. Kokrokoo is live and loud in Bantama High Street. Befi from Bantama. Good morning. Yes, sir. Sakayango.
Yeah, Chairman.
Yes, sir.
That was a very nice way of posting it.
Mr. Wadi, I did proper kwem keko.
Yeah, Chairman.
We're done the whole lecture.
After that, more say,
But could we say President Mahama has done well in appointing a defense minister? But he must tell the Chief Justice to grant all members of the bench and bar the needed respite. Lawrence says so. Lawrence, we'll come to that. Benjamin Ahin says, I'm listening in Portugal. Good morning from Accra. Shaka Yanko.
Yeah, Chairman General. Oh, for me, I think my happiness my happiness at Damakuma Sopa, Honorable Dr. Zenato Ajima Rollins. I was so happy because it has been the name of OBI, Canada Bank, another bank, another bank. But you'll be say, and I say, at the right time, it makes everything beautiful. Inti ejabu ne ejayaba. At least this is a time I can't or no. Say she will make sure say obe prove obia right. Now, and I know for sure that yes, she was built for that, and I have no doubt about it. Obey me, but one thing is, we're disciplinarian, and we pay our environmental no. Ye na any wo share na say am for ye the day about environment now, and I know so sure say she will deliver. So me, my happiness was there. It was expected. Say Honorable Gilbert are free. Defense works and housing are all defense now a perfect place. See the Osichimono, he was there before, he has experience. And he was one of the 5 ministers that but the work was on the ground.
So say Gilbert now how about down boss?
Yes, exactly.
It's on the
work near Casamano, and he has been, I think say maybe all corners so defense they're always very sensitive. So
extremely.
I think, yeah, but I never could never panacho say you were on Manibuama. You are pointing on some reforms be ananka or propagate here or propose here or your military setups no you have a panacho say on continue with it now on propagate those things because we are not nice reforms are now defense side I don't know you be panacho and you be strenia you be confident so only be possible say or continue that now Bibia Ebekoyi. But for me, I think say all the reshuffle, and I say all the appointments it's essentially John Dramani Mahama. It is a perfect timing, and it is exactly after a year. I should tell you how sensitive it's essentially John Dramani Mahama is. You see, now 2 years, you understand how to govern. And this is a clear example. Say, I dream maso. I need a press every December. Yeah, chinchach near Fosuno. We want it. And one kasa, one year be at the right time, just after the 1 year, exactly now, and I would 2 months. That means, say, yes, Jumamani Nano. Ye be young qua ehiano. He's a warfare ehiano. So I think he has shown leadership and maturity to all of us. So all we need to do is to support the people. Yeah, they are the right people. And wisdom, no. These are the people that he can work with and is comfortable with, because they demand it's not man. And that's it. So we support it and we wish him all the best.
Wishing him all the best, Abdullah Sakra Al Hassan Kano. And then moving on up to my page, I'll say Kokrokoo is also live in Bristol, UK. Boys joint from Richard J. And then Eric Osei says, Chairman General, I'm watching you live in Northampton, UK. Greetings to Kabila for the good work. Eric Osei says that one. Zaneto has more work to do. Yesterday, the citizens of Brekum did a massive demonstration against Galamsey. Our MP doesn't seem bothered. Gasty man in Brekum. Come on,
Chirwa Benye. Come on, Chirwa Benyo. Come on, Chirwa Ben. Come on, Chirwa Ben. Nawabi. Come Messinda, you will come on, Chirwa Benye.
Yan for free.
You will come on, Chirwa Benyo. Come on, Chirwa Ben. Come on, Chirwa Ben. Nawabi. If you confirm my ben, you will come on, Chirwa Benyo. If you basa banya, you will come on, Chirwa Benyo. Come on, Chirwa Ben. Ghana, you will come on, Chirwa Benyo. Come on, Chirwa Ben. Come on, Chirwa Ben. Nawabi. I mean,
Opus 8.
Yes.
In the Kwame Philharmonic Orchestra.
Fantastic.
2026 edition.
Correct one.
And you for our banyan. Kwame meeting.
I mean, the choice you there. Ura. John Mama. Name music. I have never believed in it, and I will never ever believe in its governance.
Also, on talk as I went to Mountain.
Messi.
Yeah.
In me there, Amy Kwame Dankanzi, Ura John Mama, Name music. I am my memu papa. The whatever he does with his ministers.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Mushaho. Nanzo Kwame, 2 ministers. Eko na samna obi text bizaba oya atrone ne nansa osaze
Atrone, yeah.
ne nansa. The entire community what's one who be that oya Galamsey aji ho nyina fa within this 1 year 6 or 7 months owura mama na bye
Yeah.
what's it one who be that I say one so ho nyina within this period ndeda so brekum eka nkura kasa wo bunu mema ebatum kwa ya extend entire country brekum kan papa.
A very big town.
Fantastic. Ne de brekum man no so eto sabontina and also Galamsey within this period owura mama nsama what kind of position them what year within this short time also Galamsey ajibrekum afa na Kwame baby ma and why unknown to Galamsey mponion places which were unknown to Galamsey won put say sha won nsampi nechi enwa na gasa original species do kada baby ya Galamsey headquarters na minister offer no odano I remember
But Galamsey or come issues no.
in the member cha ma fa bese more than the ministers by the issue.
Okay,
but I've taken 2 places. 2 ministries. Emo miche minister odano last state of the nation address Ekufuado kwakaye chu president wo fom some kan fa no ho na je yim there obo show brilliance oba set up Naimosa or any brother our no crampo right from the get go or your conflict of interest?
You're not sure though, any brother.
We have been told there.
I think it's a coincidence.
Yeah.
Brother.
We are sure about that?
Yes. To them, I'm a Duncan in your sister, but we now a Duncan.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is the first time I'm hearing this. Because we have always been made to understand the Kanebu and brother.
Brother.
Even
Chairman General.
Media reporter, OBP.
I think also the problem is that they did not come out strongly to deny it.
Chairman General.
But maybe say, Nipo Kachem or you'll be a mijinity.
Well,
Inti say, Nipa no boaza na mabwa, but minjin is obi
Chairman General.
Hey, Saga na mami Francis.
One thing is, communication in PR in university. I just love Chairman General.
I come on India, he just love Chairman General.
He's an emeritus professor of AMCOS.
Chairman General.
I don't come on any of my
Chairman General.
I don't want to come to yourself.
Come na Chiado.
Na must grab or set up.
But since you need Nimos, boy is no longer in charge of Nimos.
Is it?
Boy, he's no longer.
Says, I could boy, young brother. Let me patch a minister, then 9 months now.
Okay, focus on the minister, yeah.
Then 9 months now set to happen.
Yeah.
Last week I was here. And Pohofia in front of police post, police station.
Yeah. I saw the video.
Fantastic. Oh, yeah, Galamsea. Galamsea Funa Kade. Oh, yes, so Jaffa, oh, yeah, 9 months of what Babaji won't share the bar. And one, oh, we are, Amabua. Wa set one up there, what from was a blue guard or a water guard.
Water guard.
Yes. When now walk, Galamsea Funa when more. They are part of the video. As a bitch. And he continues to carry himself about as a minister. Now, the other ministry, then I'm done on this matter. Yeah, Minister of Finance. Kwame, Abra, what position? What's on my Ekufu na Naben? Or my chrono, papa. Queen one number we are on my Nisika. Oh, we are to Forsen as the leader of the minority in parliament. It was their sing song all the time. Kwame Abojaka when you na the Abanu Bomai chrono fita onam or a single source or the bo chrono. Now Kwame tell you, over your ministry, or inaugurate a public procurement authority or inaugurating war May 2025. These were his words. This is the minister. Speaking at the swearing-in ceremony in Accra on Monday 19, 2025, Dr. Forson stressed the need to curb the growing abuse of sole source contracts, which he described as a costly trend undermining value for money. And then he tells them, be bold and reject sole source contracts. The minister said, sole sourcing has become endemic. It must remain the exception, not the norm. The minister expressed deep concern about the increasing number of inflated, poorly awarded public contracts, citing their impact on Ghana's finances. And then he goes to parliament this media, these were his words. I say, Mr. Speaker, competitive tendering must remain the norm. Restricted tendering and single source procurement must be the exception. Government would therefore tighten the rules, govern the exceptional procurement methods, strengthen oversight, and improve accountability to ensure greater transparency and better value for money. The last paragraph, and then I make my comments and I end. Single source procurement will be permitted. Single source procurement will be permitted only in genuinely exceptional circumstances, such as emergencies, national security, or where only one supplier is capable of delivering the required goods, works, or services. Whilst in May 2025, admonishing the Public Procurement Authority to reject single source contracts, and then goes further to tell Parliament and by extension the entire country there, as our friend single source to be the exception. What can you ask on? One single source, nankasa. One single source contract to the value of over $350 million. One person. When
$350 million are requiring.
Kwame, when this country was told there, a Kufuado now buying on single sourcing or the rear or mine. So by logic, you can easily tell that those who are stealing the resources of this country today. Now, also as you get Parliament today, single sourcing will be the exception. All kind of mixture Parliament. Now, Kwame, one single source project to the tune of over $350 million himself alone. One, about road from Mangasim to Ejumaku to Sodro, one single source. What's a single source? Oh yeah, military barracks. I also get to Ejumaku, one single source. What's a single source? Specialist hospital. Kwabinja, oh yeah, Kuwas Roadi. In Chama, Yataya, and Rollins did it when he brought in Tibetan to support a young Panta. Yataya in there, and then you have a Winnipeg Trauma Hospital. That because of this road, accidents and major hospitals of this nature in this road to the tune of $350 million. But Kwame, the clear thing is that this minister tells this country, the Ofiakra or the Kukubasi, and every day hundreds and hundreds of Ghanaian people are dying. Kwame, that road requires less than $300 million. That road, I'm told there's about $284 million. That road. Yet you have a minister that has admonished this country, admonished us through Parliament. The single sourcing will be the exception. On the blind side of all of us, has single source to himself alone over $350 million. Now, you say I must come and sit here and discuss President Mahama's reshuffle, where these are the things which are going on. I mean, I will not in the best use of my time waste a minute. But
will you discuss the legal vacation?
But Kwame,
because and discuss President Mahama the minister simply a whole presentation.
A standing
and then my friend True Rwanda. Mami, have me time now.
No, just a minute.
Have me time now,
no, sir, just a minute.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Mami, her ladyship, Justice Gertrude Araba Isaba Saki Tokonu. So the Mfiapimpa. Mfiapimpa. Nyamia. Abra na ye mojetawa wa wona ni yem no nyimu. Nyamia also unsema suma de sum Ghana. Ma di film di ba ya lawyer nyimapa. Inside by Justice of the High Court, the Court of Appeal, the Supreme Court. Your Chief Justice, the man or come who do the my brain. So I didn't feel to move crown pa, the Minyaman about more attention. Now, so the phone paying for Kwame Wow Papanum. I have got to Aba, Mancham Hall, a skills are qua debt in terms of knowledge. Now, what be a webby win it was so far what down home. Now, what trained the Mabri? Yamamu, yes, the moon soon found 2 or pen. Yes. Neti aya nwosa abayi ba bema oba be yi win di aya owura dabra but tro letter yi win na enwu a wo fun 2022 2020 because they say they are aligned somehow to MPP my brother kakaba Techimensa Kwame he's a Ghanaian. The fact that he's an MPP when MPP came and NDC persons were left to work because they are Ghanaians. some were even promoted. NDC by Weber in a jar, Otife. Huh? Oh, Rabba, Messi, Mumina, come out, come on to Muyam, Namber Papa Baba. There is good time ahead of us.
May that say, Lawrence Boachi says, an interesting song from the revered Kwame Duncan. Frank Boatin says, tell Kwame I'll produce the song. And P. Willis says, I'm watching you live from Toronto. Greetings, KSK. Kwame Duncan is too much. And then this one says, Kwame Duncan in the building. Fanti people will never disappoint. Beautiful song, Atu Okran. And this one says, look at this Kwame Duncan too. Richard Answer obviously doesn't like Kwamna very much. And then, Chairman, my greetings to Kwamna. I love to listen to him. And to Kabila for their submissions, Eric was saying. And then Richard says, how can you see you don't see the good work the NDC is doing? I don't know who you're referring to at this point. And then moving on, talking about reshuffle, on a lighter note, when would they reshuffle the Speaker of Parliament? Frank Boatie, it will never happen. And Nuruddin says, I'm listening live from Mafikeng in South Africa. Nuruddin, won't you come back? Atu says, Kenobua is from Discov in Upper Axim area. He is not related to the minister. It's a sheer coincidence of name. Okay, in the Nzima areas, names like Boa are quite common, like you say or say in Asante. All right, I leave it there. And then Francis says, Kwame, how are you doing today? He obviously is doing very well. And then Chairman General, good morning to you from this side of the world. I'm watching you and your panelists from Maryland in the USA. Thank you for keeping us updated on current developments. Kwame Duncan, please go easy. That's from Grace Ajaloko. Thompson Sechi says, greetings from Zurich. Tell Kwame to take it easy, Kra. He should greet Alute Jacobs for us. We miss the educated fisherman. And then Kwame, soothing Fanti music to our ears. Muchacho sends that one. And then Chairman General, how come you guys are not talking about the MP who has been detained? Edwin Edu in Aberdeen. That one to go come, small time.
It is not on
and then okay. Psychos has come back. Hey, Kwamna. Psychos, this is a decent man. Also, Chairman Jonah, please apologize to Uncle Kwamina for me. The other time, I misunderstood the submission he made, and I suggested he was endorsing insults of elders. It didn't. Okay, he says it didn't come out that way, the way he wanted it to. So, Psychos, Kwamina has quite a big heart. I'm sure he's forgiven you and moved on.
He's a gentleman.
Yeah, he's a gentleman. Chairman Jonah, please call Justin Kodua. If he hasn't heard, tell him that Ushu Bempa is cursing our members of the MPP. What are they going to do about it? I move on. It's not part of my discussion this morning, but I've granted you by reading it. I miss Uncle Alotepa. Well, Uncle Alote is on retirement, he says. Then
if you want to see him, come and see me.
Today, Kwame not doing the kwe. Well, he'll do it next time, don't worry.
I'll take the opportunity to greet Kwegu.
All right. Kwada?
Yes, sir.
Obey legal vacation, Anam. Legal vacation issues. GBA protests. Yes. NPP protests. Chief Justice refuses. Yes. Now, what's the position of the law? This is discriminatory. The Attorney General opposes bills. It says, wound to me, Kabila's classmate will run away from Ghana if he's given bail. Martin Amidu says the selective justice and President Mahama not only prescribe for NDC friends persecution for MPP foes, but they didn't even share under legal vacation. Quick comments. Now, me call on band if I say benya time ya hegalam say because me say agin sembium. Anyway, kwabra metie.
Yeah, I quick correction. I went to me my schoolmate.
On your class, sorry. School rather. Okay.
1 year my senior.
Oh, 1 year your senior.
He was my neighbor. Agri House whilst I was in Pearson House.
Interesting.
But I had a relationship with him back there in the school. That could not know me the other.
So I tell you, friend Benghazi. No?
Never Benghazi.
Okay.
Before, and you know, one day near the Noabo.
Okay.
Come on, Jenna.
Yes.
Legal vacation on some. No, if you say Abakosem Kakre here.
Mm-hmm.
Every bear from 1st of August, July ending, now up to the 30th of September.
Yeah.
And anshasienne. And anshasienra.
Yeah, we.
In fact, abakose muno ye inherite free the colonial administration ho. Now woman UK, they were practicing a system throughout the medieval times. Now a agrarian system no, just say a kuayo any sanyama no. And now almost share almost agricultural calendar no so. And they can say bra a kuafo eye adwuma pa no. Eni say ye twema nso a ebe ha wo mo adwen. Enti bra akuafo benya kwan a wo fie no na ye ade ye friend saying cases no. Now during harvest period no na ye legal omukọ legal vacation.
Kitwe bia me take on say omuba na mesomeboa. They also took it as a time to travel.
Thank you.
They call them summer holidays.
And holidays no kwa me. Time I can and they Ghana circuit court. Circuit courts na bakosem every dia wo kan yi.
Okay.
Judges had to circuit places on carriage. They travel and circuit to longer places.
Baby, ana court system, court in Nihon.
Court, there be court wo.
Okay.
And so you need judge wo. Inti
Yes.
Judge force say wo mu tu kwan. Ekọ sa mia. Inti the travel and circuit.
The circuit.
And na ma your first courts no. Circuit courts.
You mean circuit?
Circuit, yes.
Minister Becca cute in terms of circuit.
Circuit courts. Enti circuit courts no. E ho na enya ne din efri. Say sa brenu mu no. Omo be fa ho de atu kwan. E de akọ emiamia enka judge antu kwan ama ho no a wo munya temuafo a obedi wo masem ama wo mo. Eti that arrangement was also part. Ana ene no ye ba ye babewura 1992 constitutional arrangement no from 93 no. The a Courts Act of 1993 Act 459 ye di shemu say regulate legal services no. Ye di shemu say say you call legal vacation. Now come legal vacation no. Oshe the mekan for UK for day one. It was for harvest period related to agriculture. Ghana ye no, it is related to justice reform and administrative reforms. And to be sure, Sabrimu the 1st of August to the 30th of September. And a bar conference ebekoso. Judges in service training na yede bema wonom any refresher courses yede ma judges so one beti nema bi asene ade yede kan kwame.
Okay.
There was a time when the Supreme Court took a decision with a repeal act.
Really?
Yes. Judges are not sabi.
Omu nipa.
And they need to update and upgrade themselves.
And they need to rest and relax.
Continuous learning. Chama maybe I know so. And sadia ma ho kwan ema womo ye sadia within that short period. Now what are the reasons, the rationale? Kwame, the first one judicial well-being and mental rest.
Okay.
Or mental reset. If I want to borrow President Mahamane NDC for whatever. If it is not rest, reset. Because onipa bia emre enebre ye ninka so. Unyini no. Kwame, we age to deteriorate.
Yep.
Ye nyini said there's only one person of whom an exception is made when you read Deuteronomy 34 verse 7 and 8. Moses. But even Moses no crown do baby and Nyankopon say o man is so Israel for bedin kunu na obreye Emma Joshua koso ni nsem. So human beings there and a house for kind of mutum dan tarani no. Eti ehia say ye gi ohome. That's where the Sabbath concept comes in. Rest to refresh and move on. And Kwame, the other issue is that judges are always exposed to danger in terms of cases are omotraso. Kwame, some people want more divorce cases. Oba nini kunu, baima nini yire, awaria akoso ebia sometimes 30 years, 25 years. Omo go through divorce process and send me a mu court. Judge Kroya otieni na state investigative bodies. Nsemi one way state secrets. They have to listen to them in camera. Judges tie wenum nyina sabi. Omutino enya ebuo. Eutinka. And they also need to rest in order not to burn out. And also not to give poor judgment. We have reflection to do that. And what we need to understand is that a tired judge cannot give sound judgment. So can a tired lawyer who is fatigued not be able to argue the case well.
Yeah, lawyer our bread, judge our bread.
Come in.
Start bonopo.
Me kambano. Ana sabriya musuna yakase. Ehu ya se womo ye enema binumu a ye kan se ntete ene de kikaka ho. Chamangena. Ya ye two marathon no. Those who run long distance races. One thing we know is that you have to take good care of your body. And the only way you can take good care of your body is to rest and eat well and train it. Sa vacation yi ema ho kwan ema omo ye is hard no. Advantage is a wom and number one, it delivers quality judgment. A boama backlog cases been one aya you know, woman to me ashisheni nyina e clear. A boama judges, any lawyers, any capacity building. A boama any court and administrative reform. A promote settlement of cases. Because you have a break to rethink your negotiation skills. Some social meetings and coming above all, it helps to preserve judicial independence and good health of judges and lawyers alike. And they are very necessary. And we have done it over time. And I've heard there's a case at the Supreme Court. Interesting. The cases people are filing. Release na nipa no peno ba ku bi na obi send ma me kan ye
then you see legal vacation.
I say legal vacation is unconstitutional. But legal vacation on the refi say e wo a court act no mu. See
but the constitution is supreme.
Yeah.
Of course.
Wherever it finds itself.
But the act derives its authority. Unless the person is proving that.
Okay, let's leave the Supreme Court.
That's what I'm saying, yes. So I'm just saying that I've seen only one of the relief that the person is seeking. And to me, my judge say it's well couched or not. All I'm saying is that the rules of court, Courts Act, CI 47, if somebody is saying they are inconsistent with the Constitution, they are null and void, ab initio. But is that what the person is saying? I don't think so.
Let the court decide.
No, I don't think the person is even mentioning these ones. And I can say, may I expect to say or see vacation in the year problem. In a swab vacation in the film bano, and I remember body. Say, and no more necessary or coco attack.
But the Biswa Patcher say, and yen the first time while legal vacation, court is sitting. And as a court here.
I mean, now, as I say, even during the legal vacation,
courts,
it's not as if courts are closed down.
No. So then what's the big deal then?
And the almost Kwame, I like to quote Hubert Humphrey. With all respect, I say, no law can be better than the people who are called upon to administer or obey it. Nti da bia na ye kafua ye nipa no ye na ema mra ye mra o na Yesu ka kire mo say the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. At the end of the day, Yesu ne bind the attitudes, our convictions, and your commitment to principle. And they show and then na see nunti all of a sudden if you say BB change. Why the rush? What are we in a haste for?
Okay.
Me conclude no Kwame.
Yeah.
On my Ghana ye chichire no. Yan kai se obia ni won mo betna Ghana to me so afebol. Me nana no mo ehya ase e kon chichire ye eye founding members of the Convention People's Party. I di animu ma 57. Ye nya independence 6 March no. Kwame, omu nyina fa omu wuko. The founding members of that political party gone.
True.
Kwame Nkrumah na ono na be ye bi ye say founding president even if he's not the founder. Why is he gone? Oh, be wu kra no stress ko be wu Ghana yi so. Ya man ko 3 times. Enti why na bi obedi aka so. Enti yani ayekuta tumi I feel say 2 minti ye be di ye pe bia no chairman general ne ma miensa a nipa oni hu tumi se na e fa wa wo e de wo kwa na me boa
se na fa wa
na do you
o ye de obeda o so ti be dwem na wo da o se o pray we ni bia
o just quick o be sorry this your concern we nim
we learn new things.
Oh yeah, we live and learn every day.
Wo deaf
Yeah.
of our
That one there.
utumi wen
But never.
never minister
But I am Paul.
you didn't consider it
Only so ti bedroom pa. We yell at this here. Baba say Ohana.
No, I'll come back 5 minutes. Why did you say 1 second?
Third one here day. Got me third one there, me more third one, but me new third one.
third one here die wo
Aha, same.
Okay.
The things you don't have power over.
no you have no control
Me the other ka ho no.
nano
And pen na me ni.
enti senya wa wo de ne be ka
Me
na
the
say wo da
na me ni ma mienu. Say eda ye be wo. And da wo be wo. You have no control over that.
na de na ka wa
But another, which is quite true.
kwame mawie
Onim
ada
say-
na be fa mi nim
On him say MC adwuma ya. Presidency mienu. Ye tibedwomu. No more da. Omoda o say e your bre. Iti two different presidents. Fourth Republic here. Until last minute na ye was obi ko gina obi tina konwa chi. Eya na ordinity aba no na kasaka no se repagya no I left no I ready.
ye hwe mi ana
Now, inauguration of President Akufo-Addo, January 2017. And now, now GTV for the camera for we want some no more be on focus on crime. No more say no more you know they are ha. No be a pre crime na Charlie wake up. We say crime na ampa and now who knew to me? That's a good one. Who knew to me? 104.3 at YHB. So I don't know why some people want to make a big deal out of this reshuffle. Let's just understand that this country has increased in leverage. Owusu Ediomi Kwabena says that one. Frank says, Chairman General, stop that. Owusu Bepe's issues is very important. Frank, it's not on my table. And then George says, MPP communicators should stay focused. Owusu Bempa and another one are trying to divert attention from the issues on the table. It's an interesting coincidence. Muchacho says, Kabila Order 79 of the High Court Civil Procedure Rules makes vacation provisions subject to the Chief Justice's authority to schedule hearings as circumstances require. I think the Ghana Bar Association should go to the Supreme Court on that. Quick correction for Kabila. For purposes of education, it is her and Aaron that held Moses' hand and not Joshua. Just for correction. From International Life Gate Chapel. I don't remember.
Boy.
Yeah. Michael Yeboah says, I love my Adventist brother Kabila for the brilliant submissions. Michael Yeboah, Seliam Hotel, Spintex Road. Okay. Kwabena, this tired argument will not wash. There's a vacation, but there are some people who have to work. Reference Order 79. Chairman General, please remind Uncle Kwamena that he forgot his remarks on Tokon. Oh, he did. I recall say maybe you left the radio. P. Willis says, Dr. Bonfen is element. Thank you for smart submissions, always on point. You cannot control sleep and pa. Odisha Jabing in Hachu says, the MPP should leave Osubempa and his God to him. Then, the same chairman Wuntumi who attended court weekly for 9 months without fail and honored every bail condition, the same man attending 2 separate ongoing trials is suddenly a flight risk. Meanwhile, Sedina's case has been moved to October 13. It will now be heard after the legal vacation. Ejadam in Enyan Mem says that one. And then, Chairman General, thank you for correcting James Bonfair on the word circuit. I wonder whether he pronounces biscuit as biscuit. By the way, I thank Kwabena for his stout defense of judicial holiday, especially with regard to well-being. Should there be medical holiday to promote doctor well-being too? By the way, what do Superior Court judges do during judicial holidays? Kweku, Also, I'm gonna check your smoothness level. Why? And I no more bread. I no more bread. And I na almost so. Also, especially as you grow older. Let me see if there's anyone here. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 before I go. This one says, single sourcing in itself is not prohibited, but it's done when the company or person given the contract has special skills or technology that no other has. Is the finance minister therefore saying that apart from the company that was awarded the contract, there's no other company to execute the work? Erica Ponsa Boateng, tax expert, sends that one. And then Charles Inkede says, when is Kweku Bako returning to Kokrokoo on Wednesdays? Well, in all sincerity, I have no idea.
Have you given up?
I'll keep trying. I'll just have to keep trying.
Bob says he will come.
As and when. Okay. Oh, okay. So the full name is Frank Boateng Ejakwa. Oh, okay. Uyo krapini Ejakwa. Yo Mationia Medase. If any man who ding ye. Minia Saka. Yeah. Yanko Kotumre. Yanya lawyer for but Yanko Bimbra.
Chama.
Yes.
I never so me best me the camera brown. So say only mienu dada.
I
but odi bako ka ho.
Nano.
Na ade e be che obi so obi nim.
Ampa o. But nano ho. Unse sa obeda. O ye down to me stop it. Obenya ni so a wonim. Come I get it.
No, more can
I say ekada. Enim there but sorrow, sorrow. So it comes back to the owo part. Yes, yes.
But them also autonyum bi. Nti me so say me I like tell you say ade e be che won so wonim.
In the meantime, this one says Sugar Baby is listening in Takrady. So good morning from Accra to Sugar Baby. Thank you very much for listening. And then Gamel Obo says, we are watching from Ewutu Obrachre. I hope I got the name correct.
9.
Obrachre Gamel. Obrachre Gamel. Kwame Atiogbe says, single source is subject to approval from PPA. Yeah, I know. So another matter for another day, because I saw something about the composition of PPA, but I leave it there. And Pachosa
General, Mesha Sefi, Galatians 6:7-9.
Hey, now the Muslims are quoting Galatians. Fantastic.
I was going to say, if you don't do that, it will be like a taunts to you. If I come here and quote the Quran, it will be like a taunts to you.
Exactly. You're right.
Let me give you what you understand.
Okay.
I'll say, do not be deceived. God is not mocked. For whatever one sows, that will he also reap.
Great.
For the one who sows to his own flesh will from the flesh reap corruption.
Yeah.
But the one who sows the Spirit will from the Spirit reap eternal life. And let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due process or in due season we will reap if we do not give up. This says the Lord.
That says the Lord.
Thank you.
Okay.
Now, before some about even the legal vacation, may brag can assembly by logic, single sourcing, who has by logic, and that is his word. So through that, by logic, single sourcing, and you're crying.
No, I just read it.
Yeah, me too. So I just want to let him understand that. And he made mention, say, a quite be a yen na nipa be 100 me pacho almost free about just few weeks ago new.
But Accra Kumasi Road near dangerous.
Yeah, so I think we should also let them understand. So just
said they could have done it.
Yes.
Okay.
So admit it. Man Ghanaians who say yes. Next year, but body bay in 1 year. So let's put that one on record. Now, let's say family members of Tukonu. I mean, I don't have a problem, but the same family members, and EC chair, former EC chair, Charlotte said, also the same family members as well. Free Auditor General, Aura Demlovo, also a force illegally. So let us not forget what we did. I mean, this is a quotation we shall say.
Okay.
We are here, we on force. hwe wo say oko to say yesi obi so bona men ka say yen
sorry me so ka say sorry yen so
yes so because you feel no so yeah ba so now chama meba legal vacation na before say me share say no chama modern Ghana but otimi hwe kakra we modern Ghana
one man paper be I say modern Ghana
me tender in say you will court I will tender in the evidence now I say modern Ghana where Tuesday 1st August 2023 12 high court to sit during legal vacation me pacho chairman as some can say legal vacation 12 high court in Accra designated to sit during
yeah, it is here, yeah.
Yes, no, this is 2023.
Okay.
Tama fencing, yeah, papa, ye bibia Nana Akufo-Addo etiso. Inti, this is what they left behind. As the judicial commences its 2-month legal vacation today, Tuesday, 1st August 2023, the Chief Justice CJ Gertrude Araba Asaba Saki Tukonu has designated 12 out of the 42 high courts within the law court complex in Accra to remain. Chairman Pacho Mebao.
What do you say? Say omunya adwuma.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. And governance is continuation. We are continuing it. Inti omo dia court ene say omo bisa hu say ye right or not now. To me, no, I support it. Let us test the law. Because the law will forever be the law. It is right for them. But okay, legal vacation provisions now, okay, order 79 of CI 47 now. Or say which governs civil proceedings. The
civil.
Civil proceedings. Or say criminal cases proceed where the law permits. So if you read the order 79 of CI 47 now, it is clearly there. But you're moving from all this controversy about say a year legal or not legal a year and a year. The people are in there. Or more some way say Argentina continue. At the time I know what is no more power no. And yes, sir, and try. Did they accept it? Were they happy with it? So what has changed? Consistently, we have to be consistent. And men come a big baby. Opkaya, Chairman.
Yes.
Opkaya. Where City News and October 1st, 2024. Now me kasa say ye chaman for where ye Esla Owusu communication and digitalization minister Esla Owusu Ekufu has called on National Communication Authority, the Ghana Police Service, and the Attorney General Office to collaborate in expediting the identification of individuals who spread misinformation and disinformation through electronic media. Speaking at the launch of the 2024 National Cyber Security Awareness Month in Accra, persons caught spreading fake news must be prosecuted. Esra Owusu. This is October 1st, 2024.
What does that have to do with judicial?
No, so you see, we are the consistent aspect of it that make us say earlier on, your chairman for why are they chairman for Emra MPP? And two was say yan on social media. And now so more free soon aban air continue. Emra no ho. Eti mra no continue a me mani nye wanwa. Now, the same Emra was 2023. Chief Justice Albo ni this is ano. Edem sam the same Emra by me masem tete ani say. Lawyer ni bia spese na asem ye di ntem na ni nipa o ye tutu na no yes o ye allege against no. No ever fan song. Inti oh how they say. And we are the same people who always say, "Ena muntimi nyo obi bibi, ena muntimi nchi obia, ena ora munye juma, ena say." The same people so yeah, court say or call your friend saying vacation. Yes, there be man call. Yeah, in the assembly, I say, hey, I don't know how the assembly. Look, we need to be serious to Ghanaians. I say, yeah, Ghana for who say yes. To me, yeah, the show on sound, but me, yeah, I ye. Me, and then, a friend say, Omonti, we say, Kasa, into a bedroom at China, 9 years so, young call for ending and no more. I don't think so. We should also come and say, legal vacation, and yeah, and yeah. We should always see ourselves to be consistent. And that is what I want us to preach. Inti, for say, Yabeka say, and if I say discriminatory, say honestly, for be any ho. More one and can you can see a year no free ho and I would any different. But what is even the rationale behind it? It is not something new and creative. And that is it. We just have to know, say, judicial service no penny inti nya obeya ebema ayeye no enye yi enche se wo no untimi wo kwa vacation na untimi ndi asem na enche se wo fam no untimi nsuma obi nkogina na namu
also bitimi gina wa namu
exactly and our firm no a firm is serious you have senior lawyers at your firm me nya sure say obi be akofa obi a onye serious to go and deal his case. Until let us be real with it. Ghanaians should be assured this is not discriminatory in any way. The law is the law.
Bottom line
is the law is the law.
The
and
law
we are continuing
is
to make sure say
the law
no yebe. Until omo court omo pe nchechiremu no but me dey me wonwa Ghana bar. I am so surprised.
Why should you be?
Ghana bar no more Ghana ha in 2023. Almost started same way. I mean, their minimum said in 2000, even in the year 2000, it was still in existence. No more Chrome ha. Your evidence to 2023 one. No more Chrome ha. I don't know man kasa. That should tell you that a group of people is pushing an agenda, and that is not the agenda of what Ghanaians want. No. And we are seeing no home. Ye boldin ehemra hwene yi
ne boldin tumra so a
hwene yi sana efutu amede amba mo no ye ehye otiso no he ye wo sia no emra bia ye be kekere emra bia be ye se enchi obi foforo no emre enika so samra na etina ehwe yenim. So whatever you have who ye more opportunity and your more position, serve the people, serve it fairly, because whatever you do today, actually will be free ho.
Ediwechi.
And some rana ni edibedu. Ediwa me mani nyawoya. So for me, the mechanic said the law is the law, and we will forever appreciate the law.
Abdullah Sakral Hassan here in Kano now. This one says, Chairman Journalist, won't to me really a flight risk? The man who subjected himself to the court processes and still does? Well, what do I know? I'm listening to you and dozens whilst driving. I'm listening to you and dozing whilst driving. Chairman General, you can't control sleep. Mr. President Kennedy in Denmark, Pacho, Paco, Kaboko, why? Madakuku now. George Quarting in Adenta says, Chairman General, are we giving up on the Galamsey fight? George, I mentioned 2 days ago, they said I should stop saying it, but I think we lost that fight. Because social graphic, any man up here, graphics say 60% of our rivers have been destroyed.
Chairman General.
And scientists have raised alarm over the implications. Yes, Jose.
Chairman General, Pacho will be sending me a DSC.
Yeah.
I'll say, greet Chairman General for me.
I greet back.
Zaina, good morning. I wrote this piece to somewhere. But as you have the opportunity of being on air, please read this for Chairman General for me.
Which is what?
This is so unfair. You guys just want to give the dog a bad name, so you can hang it.
Which dog?
And I don't
Which bad name?
Some people just want to push an agenda of judicial manipulation because their tokono is no more. Since when the trial during legal vacation become a show of bias? The ambulance trial, which involved Atofose and co., continued during the legal vacation. In fact, 22nd September 2022, This was within the legal vacation. The court sat to continue taking evidence from former Minister of Health, Ajuma Menu, who was a prosecution witness. He completed his evidence, and later the judge, Justice Efia Sewa Asari Butwe, had to go on leave, and so the case was adjourned. Was that not a trial of a high-profile politician too?
Great.
Did someone shot?
Point well made.
Yes.
Let's just say, you do me, I do you. And then Phillips, you do me, I do you. I know an episode or channel. When politicians begin belonging to one of the political parties, come out to say, my party says this, but I dissent. We're gradually building a country where tit for tat will be what we'll leave for the future generation. Phillips, that's what I just mentioned. You do me, I do you. Simple sukra. And then this one says, my father-in-law. Who's your father-in-law? Mr. Kofi Amwaku, a.k.a. Daddy George, or Boshen O Kumasi. Yes, Mr. Kofi Amwaku, a.k.a. Daddy George. Boshen O Kumasi. Happy birthday from Master P, your wife, Akusia, Daniela, Nanajua, Nanedu, and all your loved ones, Afishapa, Nyankopon, Enkoso, and Shira. Chairman General, tell Kwamina Duncan also that Obaya Frimpong is knocking the doors for the National Affairs Vice Chair of the NPP. Gamel sends that one. And then, Chairman General, good morning. Please ask Sakra if he's forgotten that President Mahama, then in opposition, said Nana Akufo-Addo, then president, was criminalizing speech when this same law was used. Hypocrisy and dishonesty. Ben Enede and no Ebaye. Philip Jackson says, my Muslim friend Chakra is quoting the Bible to buttress his wrongful ideas. Tell him the same thing. Even the devil knows the Bible. Philip Jackson. Anyway, come na Pajobrim.
Maminchia, Kokrokoo na.
Kokrokoo.
Kokrokoo, yeah. But Mosha ne pay. So I share. Aisha. Ne infan na ben kuma. Another ornum I was a Kokrokoo no I ko sha Maminchia na. Kwan be ado so. Mpempem a wote here na finfin manto mufo. Amechewe na. Kwame
na.
Mami ya ile ada me hu imede no man kan ho asam.
Okay.
Beba chama the topic bi botra ma me hu imede a na nkasa kra na anka bande ebia me display ignorance. Na ma oyanto ya o inde High Court Chief Justice no de nhihye gu ho a oye interim arrangement a Kwame oye purposes of interlocutory applications. They hardly will attend to substantive cases, the trial of substantive cases. Onsi. Insi, on your tokonu, na dodo, na 12 court here, obojini. Preceding tokonu, all chief justices have done that. And now, oye Ura Bafuboni Bai, last year, he did it. Oja High Court bia oye interim arrangement. Zana Kwame Bibi Abba oye emergency bi. Bia obi pede offer kwan bi do na wo ejapadi bi. Yes, offer. Sa court and stop now. Na yo kere ya twa ma oye wo fa na legal vacation esa. Or the irreparable damage baba.
Okay.
Enti why are the arrangement ma we tum we su the madana no.
Okay.
No yet da court share substantive another substantive case all kodo court other bad no ye bia arrangement na why go on with the substantive case and national substantive case at it oya go see enti oya for purposes of such emergencies obaba app ye case krampo ne case na why in virtual on your even in personal When virtual, it be war, friend, I'm a summer high court. Occasionally, I listen in. As a Miche, or your virtual court. And see, judges, were designated one. A processes are 1 year, or your purely interlocutory matters. Now, Mawabe, no quite. My brother, Okoti, on the 79, okay, baby, you had the movie more king. On the 79, oil rule 1, sub rule 1. As a Miche, I say, subject to the Courts Act 1993, Act 459, as amended, the Chief Justice may appoint any day, including vacations, for the hearing of causes or matters as circumstances require.
As circumstances require.
As circumstances require. Say go further down to Order 4. As vacations, subject to Rule 1, Sub Rule 1, the following periods shall be observed in the High Court as vacations. This rule is subject to the Rule 1, Sub Rule 1 now, on the Chief Justice, the Mutumin. But the Mutumin now, the Chief Justice, also as the circumstances require. In this case here, lawyers for these cases will raise the issue.
Atachiana Godfrey
Dami, and then I know also of Okujeto. I've forgotten the firm's name, but Okujeto the firm. The managing director is called Victoria Bath.
Okay.
The managing partner. Yes, Victoria Bath. They have all put in petitions to the office of the Chief Justice. The question is, this particular case is here. Chief Justice, why my warrant? It is not the normal setting up of the High Court, as we have always known. These High Courts are put in place for these emergencies. It is not. The Chief Justice has gone further to issue warrants for particular judges to sit on certain particular cases. Particular cases. It's a question now. In there. What are the circumstances which require the warrant for these judges to sit on these particular cases? What are the circumstances which require that? Now, Kwame, the questions which are being asked in there, all across Ghana, there are murder cases which are going on. There are rape cases. There are narcotic cases. These are all cases which are tried on indictment. Daman, or your High Court, and or your jury, what tried them cases. These are very serious cases. Murder, rape on indictment, narcotics. I don't know, narcotics is not on indictment, but these are serious cases. The seriousness of the case here, the punishment if the accused persons get convicted, punishment will impose. But in the warrants which have been issued, it is not about the murder cases which must be tried. It is not about rape cases which must be tried, narcotic cases which must be tried.
Okay.
The warrants which have been issued are in respect of these particular cases. Dubois, I think, is that the name? Kwabena
Dubois.
And then also Owura Hanan. And then there is also another one. Particular cases are all involve MPP officials, former MPP officials.
Ain't what you deliberate.
It's Kwame. The question is that the Order 79 Rule 1 Sub Rule 1 that the emphasis on which require circumstances which requires let me quote it well so that I don't get it wrong. Or 79:11. I say forgive me.
The on your special
causes or matters as circumstances require. The question which is being posed and which requires answers in there. Chief Justice, is it the case that he has some information for which the warrants have been issued that the rest of the country does not know? Is it the case that the Attorney General has gone to him and specifically requested for those warrants to be issued for these cases to be tried? And what is the basis for such a request from the Attorney General? Because Kwame, sir, it's a 1924 English case of R versus Sussex Justices S. Party McCarthy.
I'm not Jamaican law.
S. Party McCarthy.
Yeah.
Lord Chief Justice Hewitt. That's more kind there. And Kwame, this one, I know you know that justice must not be done. It
That must be seen.
Yes. To be done. Manifestly seen to be done. And Kwame, the legal takeaway from this famous quote is that it is not even the decision that the court makes, but the trust the public have
in that decision.
See, Constitution 1992.
What's then?
Na
Edrisi Fum.
19F. I say, a person charged with a criminal offense shall be given a fair hearing within a reasonable time by a court. And a person charged with a criminal offense shall be permitted to defend himself before the court in person or by a lawyer of his choice. Come here. Any those answer. Your correspondents were there. We say Peace FM, where you can see correspondent Kokrokoo. Otembuafo Otna Asamnodon. I say, one man accused person just 4 or 5 days. And this is the constitutional provision. The permitted to defend himself before the court in person or by a lawyer of his choice. So in this matter, these accused persons have made a choice of the lawyers to.
But judge didn't say one lawyer number, they will have to cross-examine themselves.
Say 4 days or 5 days. A case in Odaka 17th or
17th August.
Barely 4 or 5 days.
5 days from today.
I mean, to even get a lawyer, if you get the lawyer must now be seized of the proceedings so far. Must have the time to study the proceedings, decide the theory of the case,
the strategies to use.
And he's saying there, within 4 days, against the constitutional provision there, the accused person has a choice of a lawyer. He's been given 4 days to go look for a lawyer, for the lawyer to come and cross-examine the prosecution's fourth witness. That if on the return date, that is the date when the court sits again, if the accused is unable to do that, the prosecution's witness will be permanently discharged. You ask yourself. Yes, I'm London. You ask yourself there. About that was by would they be killed if these accused persons, if they are convicted and you are going to impose sentences on them, will it be death penalty? And even if it is death penalty, just as our friend Kobra Bamfa said, then you know we will leave this world. If it is said that you're putting you there, attention, let's give the accused the long rope. I know the case. Right. Let's give the accused the long rope. If it is one that the accused himself will hang himself, then so be it. Your lawyer will not be present, and therefore go look for a lawyer, and that within 4 days, if you come back empty-handed, the prosecution's witness will be discharged. It does not show a certain arrangement. So
now this one from Kwame J. Santi says, Chairman General, one of your texters wanted to know when would politicians dissent when their party is doing something he or she finds wrong. My answer is because we end up blaming the entire party instead of isolating the person who did it. For example, when the 93 MPs spoke against the then Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta, we used it against the MPP instead of against the Finance Minister or the President. So, if by criticizing my government, my party will suffer, then I'll think twice before doing so. Kwame J. Asante. Charles in Teshinungwa brings an interesting one. He says, on a lighter note, ask Kwame Duncan for me, because I'm asking on behalf of my side chick. Interlocutory matters, please, what does it mean?
Interlocutory. Kwame. BB today, some Akodan court.
Yeah.
Na preliminary matters be na court a certain ruling, a certain order. In one picture, no one. The substantive case itself may not have been entered upon. Even if the substantive case has been entered upon, let's say assembly prime, as the substantive case, the trial is going on.
The assembly if
you court in my order be another ruling be no one you can go higher. You can go higher that this matter, the way the court dealt with, the substantive case matter. Oh no, yes. Okay. But the other issue which may have come up, oh no, is the interlocutory.
It is obvious Kwame is studying law.
I don't know whether I am.
Chairman General, no one is complaining of why we have a legal vacation. The trouble is with the rush in the selective trials. Dr. Puning, Dr. Atuforsen and others were not tried during the legal vacation. At all. Meanwhile, others are languishing in custody, and they won't benefit from this quickness of trial. By the way, why is Kabila trying to speak English like he attended St. Augustine's College? Kabila, when he?
Don't you mean that English is bad?
No, Sampine. Say Sampine.
I'm saying that if that is the English you spoke.
I get it now. Sampine. Well, Kwame says if St. Augustine's standard is standard for India, the English is bad. Yes. And this is a Kwame boy speaking. And then this one, hey.
Yeah, my friend Musano.
Sure. And you know Charles does sending not Sano retail. I say, thank you, Kwame. My side chick is satisfied. I love you, my listeners. I just simply adore you. Talking about my listeners, a very good morning to pharmacist Kokrokoo Obri Yaboa, A.K. Moro, the regional pharmacist for Western Region. Western Regional Pharmacist, Mr. Kokrokoo Obri Yaboa, A.K. Moro, Michiano Pay. And then also GRA, Ghana Revenue Authority, Kumasi Asokwa Office, Mr. Chreni Mwamuona, Michiam Damasamuti, Ayaye Kumasi, dear, Minchia, Minya, Samson Kwame Nyamiche, and Yenyanum, Hello FM, Yina, Yichiamunina, and yes, say Evelyn Akon. Evelyn Akon, a midwife, our Children's Hospital, Pampaso, Edum Kumasi, and Evelyn from your dear husband, Detective Inspector Daniel Ofori, Regional Cybercrime Unit in Kumasi. Now, Kwame, a very senior lawyer, very, very senior lawyer. Some time ago, Ghana Bar Association president. Watch only 1, 2, 3, 4 words. In your words now. Hey! Kwame not the lawyer. And then Mike says, "Come there, you have a Japanese Zimbecho. Maybe I don't pay them body zip. One kind of body zip. You are right. You are right. You are right. You are right. You are very right on that one. Coming.
Oh, my Lord Justice. Supreme Court Judge.
Chairman General, if Nolly Prosecutor is good for the NDC, it must be good for the MPP. The hypocrisy must stop. And that is Mike. And then here comes one of my favorite people in the Ashanti region, Dr. Kwame Edinkra.
Hey.
Minia, Michiano Pay. Still, regional balance. Meaning why I think be still regional balance. I catch him said that yeah. Obeka regional balance because me more crown no Kumasi. Into that me sumi year mean kai regional balance. Say more crown no Kumasi. Say me didi a mean kai no. Onu so didi obeka me. Kwame
2012 minute year fundraising be yan one order. Towards parliamentary agenda.
Still regional balance.
Doctor, sorry I didn't grab it.
Brilliant mind, very great guy. Since they say them upon
Aye.
Nanka person me discuss galam say but me sure say me no. I mean why?
Mine in assembly change the legal regime on ownership.
You be no so.
Mine in I will say you ko hu efamu agudi a e your mine no nko ade obi ote asase no so oni so tumi bia no. Sa de no efri 1897 ade enya sa if we don't change the legal regime we cannot successfully fight this illegal mining process.
It will come back at that time. We'll come back and discuss this. Shouting out to my big sister Leslie in Zurich. That is Leslie Rivers in Zurich. You turned 70 the other day. Much love from your small brother in Accra. Kwame Duncan Medase, Sakra Medase, Kabila Medase, Anope. But in that city through a comma wa wutie yeng. Anyway, Fidye Atohaye Damasi Papa. And Christabel Johnson is listening to us live from Maryland in the USA. Greetings to you, Christabel from Accra. Much love to you. Thank you, Christabel. Wajashong, we sure have come a long way, haven't we? Anthony Abayifa Kabo, apparently it's your birthday today. Wherever you are, I wish you life and love. Pidjake. Kajeng me amanziba. Ngakon. Bami Sunday. Happy 82nd birthday number 82 to Auntie Maggie of Ebony Vocational Technical Institute, Kofodia. It's from your children, Patrick, AJ, and Augustine to your dear mother, Auntie Maggie or Ebony Vocational Technical Institute, Kofodia. Happy birthday number 82. Wishing Mr. Eric Owusu-Jima, manager of Pantita, is that the name? At Cantonments from the family, especially Oheniwa Kese of Despite Media to you. Theresa Opoku of Tessano, Nico's Lodge in Accra. Theresa, happy birthday from Mike Bryan of UTV, Linda, Doris, and the entire family. Thank you for joining us as always by ear, voice, text, and eyes. May your day be blessed. Remember to keep your dreams and hopes alive. It's all you have. I leave you with the book of Numbers in the Bible, Numbers 6:24-26. Kokrokoo Bilson is next on my radio and on your radio. The next news broadcast is at 12. When you stop to say a prayer, my dear listener, remember to say one for me too. God bless. Good morning.
Peace FM. Peace FM. Peace FM.
Therefore, what's a mosquito spray and in a coil? I'm just why the dead. A Care Plus mosquito spray and